have a moment of silence, and if you would join us, please, and then we'll ask you to join us for the Pledge of Allegiance. If you'll join us for a moment of silence. Oh, also, please, in your moment of silence, keep Ms. Ernestine Williams, our Human Resources Assistant Superintendent, mother passed away this afternoon.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Down in Mullins. So please keep her and her family in your thoughts and prayers. So if you join us. Thank you, and if you would join us for pledge and salute, pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Well, Dr. Thorland, we'll let you do celebrating successes.
Just a couple of things I'll make you aware of, in case you haven't heard or seen. Palmetto's Finest announcements are tomorrow, and as you remember, Seneca High School was a finalist in the high school division, so they are convening a group tomorrow afternoon. I think 1:45 is the time.
They're gonna, somebody said it was about 1:15, I think, for the presenter.
Right.
Okay.
And that'll be in the library at Seneca High, so if anybody can come out for that announcement, they'll find out if they were selected as this year's Palmetto's Finest High School. So that's a good event that we're hoping to celebrate tomorrow. And then I also wanted to mention 4 activities for our elementary school students. A lot of times we talk about our extracurricular activities for high schools, and we've celebrated the West Oak wrestling team recently and some of the other successes we've had at the high school. But our elementary school students have been busy. I know a couple of you were at Future Chefs last week, and we're going to try to get some of those young people here, and maybe we need to get them to cook for you one night or something. But we've had that event recently. We also had Battle of the Books about maybe a month ago, 2 months ago, out at Blue Ridge, and that was a very successful event, another opportunity for our elementary school students to be involved outside of the classroom and do some team-oriented things. This Saturday at Walhalla High, we've got Math Madness coming up, which is another opportunity for our elementary school students to get excited about academics, but to participate in a little different way than they're used to. And then we also just recently had a jet toy competition with our elementary school students, and that's putting those STEM initiatives to work, and they have the balloon to propel the car, and they compete to see who can go. I think 3 different categories. I think or maybe it's 2 different categories. Furthest, and then also one for precision. Can they stop close to or accuracy, stop close to a certain point on the floor. So our elementary school students have been busy, and we're excited that we have these different opportunities for them.
What time is Saturdays?
8 to 1. 8 to 1.
8 to 1.
And feel free to drop in if you can't stay the whole time. Just come walk around for what you can. There'll be something going on the whole time you're there. If anytime you can show up, but it usually ends about 1. So good things going on.
That it?
That's it.
That's it. All right. Next, if we get a motion to approve tonight's agenda for March 20th regular board meeting.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we approve tonight's agenda, March 20th, 2017, for our regular board meeting.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any discussion? Anybody see anything? Hearing nothing, all in favor? It's unanimous. Next is public comment. Did anyone sign up? Nobody signed up for public comment. Well, we're going to move through tonight. All right, approval of minutes, Exhibit 1. We have February 13th, February 20th minutes. We get a motion to approve the minutes as submitted.
Mr. Chairman, I move the minutes of February 13th work session and February 20th regular meeting be approved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Anybody see anything needed to address? Hearing none, then all in favor? Unanimous. Action items, final reading and approval of Exhibit 2, and we can do these two together, Exhibit 2 and 3.
Well, I hope we can, because I'm trying to drive and talk about them, so it may make it a little more difficult than normal. So, two things at one time, but we do, these tie in together. These are, we're at the request of Ms. Hughes in Student Services and Safety, because we have a lot of guardianship situations where we want to make sure that we are holding people accountable and getting the right information, and people are just not jumping from place to place. So we put in a few changes about what was going on with that, and set some guidelines. I think we discussed a little bit about the particulars before. If anybody has any questions, I'm happy to try to answer them. But these are just for our use. These are not what I would call legal documents that they would take with them somewhere to court or use those, but these are for our use within district when a kid's not going to be living with their biological parents and they want to enroll in a school somewhere out, maybe outside of where their parents live.
If we, and I noticed we have a comment, then you said if they're not legal documents, that they could be fined a certain amount if we find somebody falsifying.
The courts will tell you that if they willfully lie about it, knowingly lie about it, then in some cases districts have charged them like the tuition. If it was somebody, say, from across the line, they came and lied about it, they have gone back and asked those people to pay the out-of-county tuition and those kind of things. That's to put a little more teeth to it. Honestly, we've not gotten to the point where we've had to take anybody to that task for that, but we were just trying to get a little more bite in it. And I know that districts have done that, though, where they've made them pay retroactively.
I mean, I think we should. I just wonder if we could.
Well,
We would have to take action against the person.
We'd
But
have
we could do
to
that.
do that. But
Because I know that some will, just to get a child, even though they have options to go
Right.
within the district.
right.
We often have.
In district, we're gonna have them, no matter, we don't do it. I mean, in district, it's more about, okay, I didn't get in school choice for some reason, now I'm gonna be dishonest and get say my kid's living with so-and-so, so we did. And oftentimes, we'll send a resource officer out to check on those situations and make sure the student is really living in that situation, and within that tendency that they want to.
Steve, I noticed that we have guardianship in one affidavit and custodial parent in the other. Are we using those interchangeable now? I asked that question
Right.
and you cleared that up. I
But
thought
the legal part of it, I think that she is using those interchangeably on these forms. That's the intent.
Okay.
It's anything different.
Okay. All right, this would be final reading, if we get a motion to approve Exhibits 2 and 3, JFAA E2 and JFAA E3, final reading.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve JFAA E2 and JFAA E3, the guardianship affidavit and the custodial affidavit.
Have a motion,
We
have a
approve
second.
Second.
Second by Ms. Woodcat. Any other discussion, questions? Hearing none, all in favor? It's unanimous on final reading. Exhibit 4 is local board-approved courses.
And as you know, you've had an opportunity to review the courses and their syllabi in the course catalog. You asked for a list of those courses. I do have to make one correction. Introduction to building construction actually does not need to be on the list. It should instead be introduction to pre-engineering on the list that you see in front of you. But those would be our locally board-approved courses for the 2017-18 school year.
Do we already have these courses?
You can see here, we do have some new courses. These introduction courses are the
Oh, I
courses that we talked
understand.
about with the
Never
Career
mind.
Center
Yeah.
to
Okay.
give students that exposure.
To see if, because I know, I said, we're already teaching that.
Yeah, we teach those
But-
things, but what we want to do is
I got it.
kind of give kids that tickler, get them interested.
Just a
in
short
what
time
kinds
to
of
see
things.
it.
Really, a lot of what we'll do at the Career Center next year for the younger students is let them go, and they'll take 2 of these intro courses so that they'll get exposed to 2 different fields, and then they'll choose hopefully one that they like
Or
to
not
pursue,
to.
or not to pursue. If they don't like either one of them, they'll say, hey, this isn't for me. But
Okay.
instead of having to select the course they're going to finish in without having any experience, this gives them an opportunity to get some experience before they make that decision.
The other opportunity that our students have is to actually audit these as seniors. As they finished out their graduation requirements, they might want to have a little bit of exposure to something that they didn't have an opportunity to fully study. So these become a good way for them to experience that as well.
Okay, all right, well, good.
Perhaps, Mr. Inhabitant, it would be remiss if I wasn't really clear about the Equine Science 2 course. I'm not sure that we talked about that in detail before, but that is a new course that Wesco High School would like to offer. It does include some horse therapy, but Scott Orr has been very careful in scrutinizing our insurance policies, making sure that we have good coverage on that, so we're comfortable.
Are they gonna be able to
that's
get some more
appropriate course as
horses?
well.
I mean,
It's, the students will continue to work with horses themselves, but they'll also be working with some of our special needs students as part of that class. So
Yeah.
It's a collaborative class, so I'm pretty excited about it.
that would be great, well, good.
And y'all know we've had these courses, but what is the difference in your conflict resolution and peer mediation, and then on down, you've got peer mediation 1 and 2? Is that,
Yeah, the conflict resolution and peer mediation really is a combined course that is more about conflict resolution skills, and peer mediation is more about facilitating the conflict resolution. And so in some cases, it's purity, and the combined course is a little bit of both.
thank you.
It really just varies, school to school, how they like to offer that up.
A lot of times this boils down to the teacher that wants to offer the class. I mean, literally. One school will kind of want to do it this way, and another wants to do it that way. So they may change the titles a little bit.
Okay. Do we have a motion to approve on final reading?
I make a motion, we approve on final reading the courses that have been presented tonight.
Second?
Have a motion and a second, any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? It is unanimous. Portable donation to City of Walhalla.
We have the portable that we used to use at James and Brown for our evening ESOL class, and with some help from Dr. Thorson and Oconee Academy, we have moved that class now into the main building at Oconee Academy, working out very well for us. So we don't need the portable anymore, and it is cost effective for us to allow the City of Walhalla to have it, and they'll be responsible for moving it and setting it up when they get that ready. It'll be most likely this summer, but they want to use it for something with their water department. I'm not exactly sure. We just offered it up to them and the county, and they were the first ones to respond back to us that they wanted it. So we'd like for you to approve us making that donation final for them.
Steve, if we were to need a portable on short notice for some reason, do we have any
We do.
in the district
We
that's
do.
in good condition?
We do. We have the ones at Oconee Academy would be the first ones we would probably go to.
Do we have a motion then to follow through with the donation of a portable to Walhalla, to the City of Walhalla? I'm
Right.
sorry.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the donation of the portable to the City of Walhalla.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any other questions, discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? The 2 is unanimous. And then Hall Street lease agreement.
And the big thing on here, if you'll notice, is the bold with the date changing and getting us out to June 30th of 2037. The Westminster Rec Department contacted Dr. Thorson about some grant opportunities, and the folks who control the grant money are more apt to give you a bigger chunk of money if you have a 20-plus year lease agreement that is currently in order. So we wanted to do that to help them try to maximize their grant opportunity, and it's, you know, just extending our deal with them that we've had going on since the 70s. So not a lot of change other than just giving them the clarity to include it with the grant. It says, oh, we're good for 20 more years, so help us get
Sounds
some
good
more
to
money.
me. Any motion?
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the Hall Street lease agreement with the date out to June 30th, 2037.
I'll second it.
I have a motion and a second. Any other comments, questions? Hearing none, all in favor? Again, unanimous. Can y'all believe that's it? I mean, that's almost record time.
Oh, just pick a good one.
Next is, we do need a motion to go into executive session for employment recommendations and changes.
Mr. Chairman, I move we go into executive session for employment recommendations and changes.
Second.
A motion and second, all in favor? It's unanimous.
Kevin, I
Thank y'all.
could have Skyped you into that when you went to drive up here.
Yeah.
This.
You could have.